NABN, New Africa Broadcasting Network.
Nigerian youth are one of the most industrious and educated groups in the world. In all areas of life, be it in education, business, technology, medicine, music, law, entertainment, or sport, Nigerian youths can compete with anyone, anytime, anywhere in the world. Nigerian youths have succeeded in bringing their country, Nigeria, to the center stage of the world through their noble and compatriot acts.
Goal for Nigeria, 12.67 seconds. They've won 2 bronzes in this event, and now it's goal for Nigeria, 12.68 seconds. Jamaica pick up the silver with Daniel.
For the past 3 months, NABN has been trying to keep up with one particular Nigerian young man, Ade Olufeko, an eminent thinker whose fieldwork in humanities influences world leaders and decision-makers in the creative commerce economy. Keeping up with Ade Olufeko is not an easy task. A crew from NABN followed him to Tampa, Florida, where he was invited to speak at the Nigerian American Business Forum, or NABF, to come and join other world leaders and notable speakers.
Hi, I'm Ade Olufeko. I'm a technologist by training. I run a platform called Visual Collaborative here in the diaspora as well as back home. I'm here today in Tampa to speak with a lot of influential thought leaders, governors, and former president as well. So we're here to discuss and come to several consensus to see how we can get some of the funds and the knowledge from the youth here in diaspora back home.
NABN then made the trip to Washington, D.C., where Olufeko was invited to speak alongside Nigeria Senate President Dr. Olusola Saraki at the 3rd Annual Georgetown Africa Business Conference on the campus of Georgetown University.
I was invited here today to this conference, the 3rd annual one in Georgetown, to pretty much talk on a panel, and in an hour from now I'm going to be giving a lightning round, an additional feature that they added to this conference to talk about opportunities and different things that people in the diaspora over here can do within the continent itself.
So I see this is the 3rd conference of this kind so far, and you've been asked to speak to this. There's a reason why you've been asked to speak. How does this help Nigeria? I'm pretty sure there's so much you can bring to this conference.
Well, absolutely. Everybody knows without a doubt that Nigeria they carry last.
Whew, time to rest? Not a chance. Olufeko then led our crew at NABN to Nigeria, where he was invited as a keynote speaker for WordCamp Lagos, a technology conference recently held at the Civic Center in Victoria Island, Lagos, Nigeria. So, who is this brilliant young Nigerian technologist, international curator, and business futurist Ade Olufeko?
Ade Olufeko. Ade Olufeko is a Nigerian-American technologist, a preeminent thinker whose fieldwork in humanities influences world leaders, decision-makers in the creative commerce economy. His research and curatorial work focuses on the narratives of creatives who bring awareness to regional and global issues. He is the creator of Visual Collaborative, a festive platform that collaborates with multidisciplinary creatives and communities. Olufeko began his career during the .com era as a technologist, working in motion graphics, internet infrastructure, and hardware for companies such as Ameritech and 3M's Imation. Olufeko's focus developed into digital strategy and interactive software support, consulting for companies in the creative commerce and finance industries such as Atlantic Records, PayPal, Adobe Systems, and Bank of America. WebMD Warner Music Group to American celebrities such as Adewale Aluo and other noteworthy New York natives. He is a recipient of the IBM Gerstner Award for Client Excellence following a computer worm virus in 2003. Ade, who previously served as a management consultant in cognitive design for IBM's Interactive Experience and IoT practices, has lectured around the world on digital new media and developing technology ecosystem at various institutions such as Oxford University, Harvard Business School, Carnegie Mellon, and he has addressed large audience at conferences and festivals around the world. Ade Olufeko had lectured and imparting knowledge to PhDs and postdocs at American Chemical Society. He has also appeared on shows like TVC News and Voice of America.
Well, an award-winning technologist, commercial designer, and entrepreneur. He has used his expertise to advance the cause of humanities and the creative economy through his initiative Visual Collaborative. Ade Olufeko of Nigerian descent is here today to tell us all about it.
Olufeko was born in Minneapolis, Minnesota, to Nigerian parents. He grew up on the mainland city of Surulere, Lagos in Nigeria, receiving his primary education at Unilog Staff School. He studied computer science and multimedia at Metropolitan State University in St. Paul. Ade Olufeko is a great Nigerian who has been using his talent and knowledge to help humanity, and he has made huge contributions to IT industry around the world.
Our able executive producer, Joy Adedeji, finally caught up with him in New York City for a breakfast interview. We'll get to listen in on that conversation when we come back. Here's Ade Olufeko with our own Joy Adedeji.
I just saw you in Tampa, Florida, and then in Washington, D.C. at Georgetown University. How did that conference go?
Response was fantastic.
Wow, looked like a lot of people came out to attend the conference. So do you have any upcoming events that you have to do again in the U.S.?
In the U.S., I probably do in the summer.
Okay.
I have a few scheduled lectures and talks to give.
Seems like you're a busy man.
Yeah, absolutely. It's good to be busy.
I agree. So when are you going back to Nigeria?
In a few days.
Oh, are you going to miss? Well, you used to live here, right?
Yeah, I always going to be back in New York City, always.
So you said you lived here. How long ago did you live in the? You lived in New York?
Yeah, New York City.
Oh, wow.
Baby, all the way.
Oh my goodness! Look at that. I agree. New York is the place to be. So you said you have upcoming events in the summer?
Yes.
Do you know where? Maybe.
Well, my agents are still working on finalizing those dates. But the upcoming ones, I have one as soon as I get back to Lagos.
Okay.
I have a few in Europe as well.
Oh wow! So you're just not doing the U.S.?
No.
Will this be your first speaking in Europe?
No,
or you've done
no,
before?
I did a couple last year. One at the Oxford's government school.
Oh. Wow, you're really busy. You were right. You said it was going to rain. It looks like it's starting to rain.
Yeah,
so
New York City.
Yeah, it's time to maybe chill in some of these restaurants and maybe get something to eat.
Absolutely, I have a few around.
Do you know a good one here?
Oh yeah, there are a few.
Okay. Oh, this is really nice. What are you getting? Did you order something already?
I am doing the egg whites and yes, I'm pescatarian. I don't have that pescatarian. Moving closer towards an all vegan diet at some point.
Is there a reason why? Health? You just want to live healthy, or?
Well, healthy and all my friends back home, they all laugh at me, but I don't care.
Because how do you stay in Nigeria?
Like,
no suya. No,
I don't chop suya finish diet.
Yeah, so you talked about publishing, that you have a book that is in the making.
Yeah, I have a manuscript that's coming to completion. It's slated to release end of March, and I'm looking forward to it. It's been lots of work the past 3 years, and the focus is more going to be for the youth. A lot of people who are leaving the African diasporas to maybe Europe or Americas. And the underline really is, it's a non-fiction book. Parts of it has my life in the States, my successes and my failures. And then other of it is a framework a technology framework that can be applied across many different industries.
So,
Yes, right here. Thank you.
Bunch of those.
right here.
The side of bacon. Please,
Thank you.
please allow me to pour.
Thank you.
All right.
Enjoy it.
Thank you. So I know you recently got married. How is married life treating you?
Oh, married life is good. Almost a year. Hey. Yeah, it's been good so far.
So how do you juggle being married and having to travel?
I have a very supportive wife. We encourage each other. She encourages me. You know, she loans me every now and every so often to the public.
Oh,
But we spend a lot of quality time together and we travel together. I think it's very important to have that balance.
that is true.
You know, when you're with your partner, encourage each other. I always say that, you know, independent people can make independent, harmonic choices. So marriage is good.
What do you think about the Nigerian educational system?
Presently, it's in shambles. It could really be much better than it is. There are a lot of e-learning programs that us technologists are integrating back into the system. However, we need to actually work twice as hard. I think that's anywhere in the world. School system is a big business, and the teachers and those who like to impart to younger people, they are losing inspiration. We need to inspire by different kinds of frameworks. If it's going into the mainland or the rural areas or the parts where people are bootstrapping to make ends meet, create curriculums based around that so that those people can then teach the system, who will teach the officials, who will then enact new laws. That's what I feel. I believe we have so much work to do. We have lots of indigenous technologies that are being washed away. We're importing lots of Western constructs, which are not bad, but we do need to integrate what we have and re-inspire. I mean, we have, when I was going, just as you said, things were free, and it was good going to school, you know? All the old songs, all these games, 10 all these things that girls and guys used to do, they don't do them anymore. And now it's everybody's on the iPad. And the iPad or the tablet somehow gets your brain into a retrograde state. So I strongly believe that the process, the learning process, has come back into schools again. Let people enjoy that process. We're in a microwave culture right now, globally.
You know why I think you're very relatable to the youth, because it just shows that you don't have to be a politician to make a difference. You can just be a regular guy who's very inspired by either what's going on in the society or in the environment, or just somebody who's intelligent and just wants to use just that intelligence to educate and inspire other people. So I feel that probably that's why you're very relatable to the youth. Do you believe that?
Some people say I represent the millennial generation. I think I'm a little bit before the millennial generation, but I mean, professionally, as everybody knows, I'm a technologist, but vocationally, I'm an artist. I'm a designer, and most artists have, you know, things children have. I think if you can keep your innocence as long as you can, then you could be relatable to the youth. The younger the youth goes, the youth does not lie, you know?
So right now, any youth watching, do you have a word for them or some kind of words of wisdom or words of encouragement?
If you're watching, whether you're a youth in power or you're a youth outside power, if you're from lower class, middle class, we hear you. If you're from the upper class, we hear you too. There's more power coming together. The whole is greater than some of its parts. People want to be mavericks, you know, they want to be solo. There's nothing wrong with that. We do have introverts in society, we have extroverts in society. But I believe the moment that we all come together in unison, we can then move the ocean, we can then move the waves to progress. And the older folks, the power brokers, the oligarchy or the cabal will step out of the way and say, yes, you guys can have it, and they will support us. So if someone comes from the diaspora or they're coming into Africa, don't resist them. Just show them the guidelines, and they too will show you tricks of the trade. And trust me, by 2030, maybe earlier, but I say by 2030, yeah, everybody's gonna want to come out to Nigeria. I promise that.
Well, it was really, really nice talking to you, and I'm glad that you took time out of your busy schedule. He's a busy man, everyone. He's all over the place giving lectures, being invited to different places. So we really, really appreciate you stopping by and talking to us.
Absolutely.
New York City, everyone. New York City with Mr. Ade Olufeko.
We hope you've enjoyed this conversation with our guest today. If you have, then make sure to hit the like button. And the best way to stay informed about the successes of the Nigerian people around the world is to subscribe to our YouTube channel. That way, you'll get notification as soon as new episodes are posted. And don't forget to follow us on Twitter and Instagram, and to visit and like us on Facebook. If you would like to contribute to the support of any of our programs, please send us an email at nabntv@gmail.com or visit our website at www.nabntv.com. Special thanks to our co-producer, Shinyere Muforo Ese, who's also the executive chair of NABNTV Youth Empowerment, and to our executive producers, Moses Adedeji and Joy Adedeji, and all of the NABN team members for their contribution. My name is Nate Martin. Thank you for watching.
NABN TV, inspiring a new generation.